No. Can you hear me there at the jail?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
All right, thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is Judge Christy Ruppe. You are here this morning for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you of the charges against you and determine whether there is probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause only means that it's more likely than not that you committed the crime in which you've been arrested. As you appear before me today, you are considered not guilty of what you've been charged with. That status will remain with you through each stage of these proceedings up until changed by the State Attorney's Office if they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. You are either arrested on a new charge or a warrant. Either way, you were given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of pretrial release which will be imposed upon you. I will also determine this morning whether you would like me to appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. You are entitled to have an attorney represent you at each stage of these proceedings. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, I will appoint one for you this morning. You are also entitled to make a phone call to let friends, family, or your counsel know where you are. If you haven't had the opportunity to get that phone call yet, please let me know. I'll make sure you get that today. Finally, and most importantly, you have the right to remain silent, and I encourage you to do so. These hearings are recorded, and there is an assistant state attorney in this courtroom writing down everything that you say. So anything you say about the facts of your case can and will be held against you in the prosecution of your case down the road. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. Solemnly swear affirm the testimony before the court be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Okay, go ahead, put your hands down. As I call your name, please come forward to the podium. Randy Bartley. Hi, Ms. Bartley. What is your date of birth?
2/24/89.
All right, you were here today for failure to appear for a petty theft charge. The bond on that is $1,000. Is there an offer for her to just take care of it?
Woman Judge.
Is there probation?
Well, hold on a second. If you give me her record, I'll...
Your Honor, we can offer time served this morning. There's no restitution due.
There's no restitution due?
No restitution due, Judge.
You want to take care of it today? We'll give you time served in the Hernando County Jail, and you'll be done today. You want to go ahead and do that?
Time go home?
I don't know where you're going to go, but I'm telling you that you can get out of jail.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay. Do you understand by taking a plea on this case today that you're giving up your right to go to trial?
Sure.
I need a yes or a no. Do you understand you're giving up your right to go to trial?
Yes.
You're giving up your right to confront the witnesses against you, call witnesses on your own behalf, and you're giving up your right to have the state prove the case against you. Do you want to give up all of those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes.
With regard to this petty theft charge, how do you plead? You can plead no contest.
No contest?
I'll accept your plea of no contest. I find it's freely and voluntarily entered. I adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Hernando County Jail, give you 2 days credit for time served. You'll have fines of court costs, the amount of $620, and the cost of incarceration assessed against you. You want to make your way down to the clerk of court and make payment arrangements for all of those things when you get out, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Tiffany Heights. Can I have your date of birth?
11/17/91.
You gotta get closer, I can't hear you.
11/17/91.
Okay, you're here today for contempt of court for child support. There's a writ of bodily attachment saying that you have unpaid child support out of Pasco County. So I do find probable cause for your arrest. It looks like the purge amount on that is $250. If you pay the purge amount, you can get out of jail and you can go down to Pasco County and figure out what's going on with your child support case. If you can't pay the purge amount, they'll bring you down to Pasco County within the next couple days, and you can figure out what's going on there. Okay? If for some reason they don't take you to Pasco County, they'll bring you back in front of me and we'll figure out what's going on, okay?
Yes.
Tipper Nur. Can I have your date of birth?
11/03/92.
I can't hear you. Step closer.
11/03/92.
You're here today for fraudulent use of a credit card and criminal use of personal identification. I think it looks like it goes along with a whole bunch of other charges you currently have. The date of offense appears to be back in March. Have you bonded out on all of those other cases yet?
I'm here on a BOP.
Okay, that's a no. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and keep the bond the same at $2,000. I'm going to see you back to court with all of your other cases on May 21st, okay? Do you want the public defender on this case as well, Pipper?
Okay.
You want me to appoint the public defender, yeah?
No, I haven't been counsel.
Oh, who do you have?
Ashley Holt.
Okay, we'll make sure that Ashley knows about it, okay?
Thanks.
All right. Sean Balderson? Mr. Balderson, can I have your date of birth?
May 24th, 1995.
Okay, you are here for a charge of sexual battery. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want me to appoint the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. There's no bond on that. I've reviewed the PC affidavit. I'm going to keep it at no bond. You're not entitled to a bond on this case. I'm also going to order that you have no contact with anyone under the age of 18 and no contact with the victim. Do you understand that? If you have contact with anyone under the age of 18 or contact with the victim, you could be facing another charge, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
You're going to see you back to court on June 12th at 9 a.m.
Excuse me.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
May I please talk on this?
We're not here for a hearing, and we're not taking any evidence. So all I'm here is for a bond determination. He's not entitled to it. I'm not giving him it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay?
Thank you.
Kevin Barnett.
Morning, Your Honor.
Can I have your date of birth?
12/21/81.
You're here for a domestic aggravated battery causing great bodily harm. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want me to appoint the public defender's office?
Please, Your Honor.
I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. States their prior record.
Yeah, it's the first arrest in Florida, but he's had, in 2005 he had a bunch of thefts and burglaries, but even as recently as 2012 and 2016, in 2016 he had a bunch of thefts, criminal mischiefs, violations of probation, drug paraphernalia, drug charges, some of them which were dropped, but some of them were.
Your Honor, my background's very colorful. In the last year, I've changed my life around, so, I mean, I haven't been, it was just a bad night, and I apologize. I know I had to go to court for this.
Okay.
I rooted myself in here in Brooksville, and I have a job where I work at a community with 55-year-old. I'm not going to miss a court date.
Okay. I have an
Not
address here.
here.
Can I go now? Is it my turn yet?
I'm sorry, go
All
ahead.
right. I have an address here on Candlelight Boulevard in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
You can move that apartment number to 17 for a mailing address.
How long have you lived there?
I've been here for a year and a half.
At that address. How long have you been at apartment 17?
No, the apartment 17 is my stepson's apartment. I've been living in apartment 50 with my girlfriend.
I'm going to set your bond at $20,000. I'm going to order that you have no contact with the victim in this case, Tammy Patrick. Don't have any contact with her whatsoever. Do not call her. Do not write her. Do not email her. Do not have anyone else call her, write her, or email her. If you have any contact with Tammy while this case is pending, you could be charged with it. Hey, don't talk to him. Look at me. Why are you talking to him?
Sorry, Your Honor, I was in misbelief with the 20,000. I think that's kind of high.
So why are you talking to him?
I didn't mean to talk to him. I just turned my head for a second. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you guys are having a nice little conversation there. We'll see you back to court on June 12th. I've appointed the public defender. I'll hold you till 4. Jeffrey Bolton.
Yes, ma'am.
What's your date of birth?
3/31/95.
You're here today for a violation of probation. There's no bond on that violation of probation. Do you want me to appoint the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. We'll see you back to court on June 4th at 8:30 in the morning. We'll get you back in front of Judge Toner, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. John Donnelly. Mr. Donnelly, can I have your date of birth?
8/13/1945.
Okay, you are here today for a battery, second offense. The bond is currently $2,000. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want me to appoint the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes.
Appoint the public defender's office. State.
Sure, and then, last June, an arrest and aggravated abuse and aggravated battery, both of those were dropped. I'm not sure where his original battery is coming from. Might be New York, but so I can confirm this morning, Your Honor.
Okay. I have an address for you on Seminole Boulevard in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes.
Okay. How long have you lived there?
A month.
Okay. Do you have a job?
No. Social Security.
Okay, dokie. Alright, there's also nothing in the PC affidavit or the warrant about where the first arrest is come from. Typically, when it's a second, they have when your first conviction was. But they
Not the
don't.
warrant, Judge?
I have it right here. No, it's not.
Yes, ma'am.
So, and it was signed by Judge Scaglione, so she know better.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so I'm just going to set the bond at $1,000 as if it was a first. We're going to appoint the public defender's office. We'll see you back to court June 12th at 9 o'clock, okay?
Okay. Right.
Timothy Foley. Can I have your date of birth?
9/9/74.
You're here today for a violation of probation. There's no bond on that violation of probation. I'm going to keep that no bond. Do you want me to appoint the public defender's office?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. We'll see you back to court. Is May 21st a toner date? Yes. May 21st at 8:30 in the morning, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Joshua Henn. Can I have your date of birth?
8/16/97.
Okay. You're here today for 14 counts of possession of child pornography. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want me to appoint the public defender's office to represent you?
Yeah.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. State?
This is the first arrest.
Okay. All right, I have an address here on Cooper Road in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yeah.
How long have you lived there?
15 years.
Okay. Do you have a job?
No.
Are you in school?
No.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and keep the bond the same. They're $2,000 each. There's 14 counts. It's a total of $28,000. I'm going to order that you, if you do bond out, you're going to be placed on GPS so I can make sure that you have no contact with anyone under the age of 18. I don't want you to leave Hernando County or the state of Florida without permission of the court, and you are to pay for the cost of that GPS on you, okay? All right. We're going to see you back to court on June 12th at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Garrett, yes, ma'am. Garrett Harris.
Yep.
Yes, Your Honor.
Can I have your date of birth?
07/31/1992.
You're here today for a battery. I did find probable cause for your arrest.
Yeah.
Do you want me to appoint the public defender's office?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. State.
2010 disorderly conduct, which was dropped. 2011 disorderly conduct dropped. 2012 possession of cannabis misdemeanor. 2012 simple assault dropped. 2013 misdemeanor DV dropped. 2015 a DUI conviction, and he violated his probation in 2015. That's all I can confirm this morning, Your Honor.
Okay. Sir, I have an address here on Sun Hill Lane in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
I just moved there to help my mom with cancer, so about 2 months.
Okay. How long have you lived in Hernando County?
8 months. I still have my job in St. Petersburg.
Okay. Is that where you're from?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Who are you? His mom?
I'm the mom.
Okay. All right. He's been living with you for a month?
Yes, ma'am. I have cancer.
Yes, she has cancer.
And my husband works 64 to 70 hours a week, so my son came to take care of me.
Yeah. How's he doing?
He was doing fine until
Yeah.
And
the
so
next
this,
door neighbor.
so this garbage, right?
Right, so we had a crackhead next door.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right, so you're not working right now?
Well, technically I am, but
Oh, you're
I-
the
my
child
job-
of St. Pete, right?
Right.
yeah, I'm just here to help my mom because her husband's working too much, so I need to help around the house.
I don't think this is helping, but okay, I'm going to set your bond at $4,000. We're going to see you back in court on June 13th at 9 o'clock in the morning. I've appointed the public defender, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
13?
I think that's what that is.
Okay.
Yeah, June 13th. Michael Pittman?
That's my husband.
Oh, okay.
I
Yep.
just want to say,
Oh, you know what? I forgot. Hold on one second. Mr. Harris, Garrett Harris, I want you to have no contact with Troy
sugar.
Sugar, okay? Don't have any contact with him whatsoever. Do not call, write, email, don't go out and say anything to him at all. If you do have any contact with him whatsoever while this case is pending, then you could be charged with another crime and held to that bond. Do you understand that?
No problem, Your Honor.
Okay. And now we have Michael Pittman.
Your Honor, I just wanted to say my husband is the only one working.
How you doing this morning?
Me being sick, he's never been in trouble.
Okay,
I
well, I'm
need
going to
him.
talk to the state and I'll make a determination, okay? The fact that he's the only one working can't affect my decision today. Mr. Pittman, what's your date of birth?
3/31/1987.
Okay. You're here today for a battery. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office?
I just didn't understand how there was possible
Do
cause.
I have to have you leave?
I'm sorry?
Ma'am?
I'm fine.
If I hear an outburst, you're out. You understand? Do you want the public defender's office?
I just didn't understand how there was possible cause.
Okay. Well, I found probable cause based on the victim's statement and based on the investigation from the deputy who made the arrest. Do you want me to appoint the public defender's office?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender's office, state.
This appears to be a first offense, Your Honor.
Right. All right, I have an address for you on Sun Hill Lane in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
I've lived there.
Ma'am.
2 months ago.
Have a nice day.
Not a problem.
You know what? Come back. Come back.
Ma'am?
Get her back here.
Ma'am?
Get back here. Get her back to my courtroom right now. Mr. Pittman, I'm not done with you. You get your body back in front of that microphone right now.
I'm sorry, I just moved because she told me to.
Okay. How long have you lived in Sun Hill Lane?
I've lived there since November, but I moved next door into the residence right next door to the place where I was back in March.
Told to leave.
Ma'am, shut your mouth. Do you have a job, Mr. Pittman?
Yes,
What kind of work do you do?
I work at Ruppe. It's
Okay.
manufactured roofing tiles,
Okay.
and I'm the rack operator in the area.
Okay. You've got no prior record. You've got ties to the community. I'm going to set your bond at $500. We're going to see you back to court on June 13th at 9 a.m., okay? Someone from the public defender's office will reach out to you, or you need to get down here and talk to them.
No victim contact, Judge?
No victim contact with Troy Schruger.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand. Your right hand. Your right hand.
I'm sorry.
Solemnly swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Yes, ma'am.
Hand down.
Anything you
What is
want.
your name?
Angelia Pittman.
Put your hand down. Angelina Pittman?
Angelia Pittman.
Angelia? Ms. Pittman, I found your behavior this morning to be rude. You've disrupted these proceedings here this morning. You've been obnoxious and downright contemptuous, and you're interrupting me again. We are now conducting contempt proceedings. I will appoint the public defender's office for the purpose of these proceedings. Can you tell me any reason why I shouldn't find you in contempt of court?
Honestly, Your Honor, I'm scared to death. I have cancer and I don't know what to do. My husband's never been in jail. And I'm scared because we do across the street. We had a gun on us last night while my husband was in jail.
Okay.
And I'm scared.
Okay. I'm now going to go to sentencing. Do you have anything? I'm going to find that you are guilty of contempt. I'm going to find you in contempt of court for your behavior and your outburst this morning, for yelling out in the middle of my court proceedings, for slamming the door on the way in, on the way out, and being completely disrespectful for this court. I find you guilty. We're now going to move on to sentencing. Do you have anything to say before I sentence you for contempt of court?
What can I say? I don't know what to say. You guys have got me scared. Because I feel like y'all are standing up for a crackhead, and it's okay. I'm scared, and I don't know what to do.
Okay. I'm going to sentence you to 10 days in the Hernando County Jail, effective immediately. We're going to take you into custody at this time.
Ma'am, grab the card.
I
I
gotta
gotta
give
give
her
her
my
my
stuff,
stuff,
dude.
Don't slam your hand on there because the judge can change that up to 6 months. Please.
They're going to get her drive. If we can get a form of identification from her.
Call my brother.
Ma'am?
This,
Nicholas Rice? Can I have your date of birth, sir?
Sure, 0-10-1979.
You are here this morning for exploitation of the elderly. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want me to point to the public defender's office?
No, thank you.
I'm sorry, did you say no thank you?
No, thank you.
Okay, you're going to hire private counsel?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Call my brother.
Ma'am, don't say another word in this courtroom. We'll have another contempt proceeding and do another 10 days, another 30, and another 60. Do you understand? Not another word.
who are we on now?
This is Nicholas Rice. I found probable cause. He's going to hire private counsel. The bond is $5,000 right now. State prior record.
Appears to be a first offense, Your Honor.
Okay. Sir, I have an address here on Deering Avenue in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, sir.
How long have you lived there?
Years now?
Okay. Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
I do home care.
She's refusing to answer questions? Okay. And the deputy will let me know if she'll be charged with resisting. Okay. I'm going to set your bond at $2,500. And we're going to see you back to court on June 12th, okay? Make sure you have an attorney.
All right, thank you.
Alrighty. Larry Wilson. Mr. Wilson, can I have your date of birth?
2576.
I'm sorry, say it one more time.
2576.
Okay. You are here this morning. I'm just going to appoint you on this case that you had here in 2017, CF 2402. We need to make sure you have a public defender for your hearing on May 29th. So I've appointed the public defender's office for you, okay?
Yeah, ma'am, I have a question because Judge Newton asked us. I went to first appearance November 14th, 2017.
Yeah.
And as of the 14th of this month, it was 180 days.
Okay.
Judge?
Okay, well, I don't have any of that information in front of me. You're going to have to talk to the judge about that when you go to court on May 29th, okay?
Appoint an attorney first.
Yeah, I was
Appoint
just
this public defender, so you need to get in touch with someone from the public defender's office about that. And you guys will let me know when you have Mr. Roman ready?
Yeah, just 30 seconds.
Okay. Mr. Bauer, can you advise your client that if she does not give her date of birth and correct spelling to the law enforcement officer before she's taken in, that she could be charged with resisting without violence?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I have a citizen who wishes to address the court.
On which case? I don't even have that paperwork anymore. I'm sorry, yes? Oh, we need. What did we do with Mr. Donnie's case? Is that the one? It's $1,000 bond? Okay, so if we can just have the interpreter, are you here for that case as well?
Oh, no, just Mr. Donnelly.
Oh, Mr. Donnelly, right. We set his bond at $1,000.
Okay, can I ask
And I'm not going to change my bond decision.
Yes, when he storms out, he's going to come after me and Nancy Kelly to kill us.
He was ordered to have no contact with the victims in that case.
What's the
He'll
defendant's
come
name?
after me because he's so.
Then you should go get an injunction against him. Okay? There's nothing else I can do this morning. I'm not going to be the judge on the case. You can talk to the judge that's assigned to his case if you'd like.
Okay, I got
I'm sorry?
Could I please speak to the judge who's assigned to this case?
Yes, I don't know what judge it is right now, but you can talk to the state attorney's office because they represent you, the victim, state of Florida, and see if there's a way that the judge there will modify the bond decision. You can do that, or you can file an injunction.
Okay, Mrs. He almost murdered me.
Okay, Mr. Roman,
Yes, ma'am.
what is your date of birth?
December 7th, 1952.
You are here this morning for one count of aggravated assault and one count of grand theft. I did find probable cause for both of them. Do you want me to appoint the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender's office on both of these cases. I have an address for you on Marble Ave in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How long have you lived there?
6 years, ma'am.
All right. Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What kind of work do you do?
I'm self-employed. I own my own company, glazing, window and stainless storage.
Okay. With regard to the aggravated assault, it's no bond right now because it's domestic in nature.
I didn't hear.
Okay.
You are entitled to a bond on that case. I'm going to set your bond at $5,000. We're going to see you back to court on June 12th at 9 a.m. Then you also have this grand theft here. Let's keep the bond at $2,000, and we'll see you back to court on, it should be the same day, right, June 12th? We'll see you back to court on June 12th at 9 a.m. on that case as well, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Bond on the first one?
5,000.
And,
2,000.
5 and 2 were reappointed.
And,
I didn't hear.
Judge, did you appoint, Mr. Roman, did you appoint the PD's office?
yes, I did, on both cases.
I apologize.
And Mr. Lehman, with regard to Mr. Donnelly's case, that was the one, I believe, that we didn't have the prior battery on the warrant or on the PC affidavit, so I did it as a first battery.
Yes, ma'am.
But perhaps the judge assigned to the case, if you do a motion to modify the bond with the new information, that would work.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, did we get everyone at the jail? Lisa? No other matters before the court?
No, ma'am.
Thank you.